Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. We're going to get back into our silver rank grind with DE Cunningham. And we're also going to do just a quick update on how the tournament's going and where the top 5 is at. We're also going to talk about the upcoming tournament and the opportunity to get involved with Time and Attention Guild. And I want to talk about reward card prices and how it seems like they're turning the corner. We had old lows and now it feels like we're moving into new highs. I don't know, maybe not. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, let's get into DE Cunningham. First off, I did achieve my quest this morning already. Got 3 blue chests, 2 cards. I'm up to 1491, which puts me in silver 2, and I'm just 100 points below silver 1, but I lack the power. I need 1,000 more power to get into silver 1. That shouldn't be a problem. We can rent a card or 2. No problem there. But I have kind of refrained from renting this season. I didn't renew anything. I'm just using whatever cards I've lent to myself. And it feels like DE Cunningham is turning into kind of my mini-me, and I'll run that with, cards I don't really want on my main account, and I'll just hover in silver and I'll get those rewards. Truth be told, if you had a significant investment and maybe you had one account, it might make sense to do the diversification, right? Get your main account and don't gut it, keep it with everything you need for it, but then send a little love to like a secondary account of your own, and then equip it so that it can operate in that silver 3 or silver 2 range. Good returns in silver, especially since the reward nerfs have affected the DEC per win. Let's get into one here. While we're waiting for a queue up. These are the TNA inaugural ball number 1, the updated round 2 updated top 5. We got Jay Gomes out of nowhere, dude. Honestly, you were nowhere near top 5 before. It was like 7, 8, something like that. So you're just tearing it up in this round 2. Good for you, buddy. Old man still hanging strong. In fact, pulling ahead from 3rd to 2nd. Good for you. Lost one though, didn't you, buddy? I was hoping for perfect for the TNA. Nice try, old man. Honestly, this guy's got a great deck, but more than that, like I've said before, this game isn't just about having good cards. Old man's got great ability, like he gets the strategy. I've watched his stream, and I can see the way he thinks about it is the way to have success with this game. So I expect amazing things from you, buddy. Thanks, pal. Love ya. Icy Flow still killing it. Perfect. The only perfect so far in the top 3. Icy Flow 14-0. Man, I got a good feeling about this flow. I'm hoping I've seen you in the comments. I see your success. Those are good things. Those are good things. Eros still in 4th, and Learner's Mind in 5th. But with the 4 losses, I feel like, I hope I'm not jinxing it, but Learner's Mind, I feel like probably you're on the cusp, because look at guys like Tough Stuff is still 13-0. That means he hasn't played his round 2 games, and when he does, if he doesn't go on a losing streak, if he doesn't lose 3 or 4 matches, he's going to just suddenly jump back up into the top 5. It's far from over. We got Cole Skur, 13-0. Riddler is still 12-1, which means he hasn't really submitted his round 2 fights yet. Who else? All these 11-2s could definitely be in it still. Bane, Gatif, you're down there at 18, but you could fly up there if you went on a bit of a streak. Yeah, my dude. Still in it. Still got a real chance. You're going to need to go on a bit of a streak, but you could do it. Hot Dog still kicking it. Anyways, I got to pop over to submit my team here. So excited to see you guys in there. And see the competition really heating up. So I'm not working on a quest, so I'm just going to put in whatever is fun / I think might work. Lobsterdomus in 2nd position. Captain's Ghost, because we got tons of let's do it that way. Lobsterdomus in the 2nd position. Captain's Ghost, because we have tons of mana. Axemaster buried, sandwiched in that 5th position with tons of protection on both sides. Of course, we're going up against the Beast, Yodin. That feels like it's probably not going to work out for me, but at the same time, yeah, I think we're probably in trouble. We'll see. We'll see. If his Charlock... Oh, his Charlock's got True Strike. If I can kill the Charlock before it fires, that'll be a real help. But I guess I can't. No. Oh, yes, we did. Sweet. That's really significant. Now, too bad I can't kill... Oh, I can. That's a big murder right there. Finish off the 4 archery and suddenly change this. Turn it on its head. We got it. There it is. Yodin, get out of here, buddy. Alario, next time. Better luck next time. 38 rank points because we're on a bit of a streak. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, the reward cards and the pricing changes. Hang on a second. Night Raid, 50,000 power, evens only, and Rage. Okay, within Rage, I always think fast tank. So which tanks do I have that are going to be 6 mana, 4 mana, 8 mana, that's going to have a really fast speed, that's going to make me competitive, especially once it goes into Enrage? I'm always thinking Unicorn Mustang in this context. Might be good to think about Orc Splitter, but like I said in previous videos, when you go in, the real thing about Enrage is that you want to have a high melee damage, a high speed to start with. Those things are going to be amplified when you take damage. So then the third component is you need to have a good deep health pool. 4 health points is not enough to be a long-lasting Enrage monster. Now, it might work. I'm not saying it won't ever work, but it's probably a safer bet to go Unicorn Mustang with the 10 hit points, and it's got 3 melee and 4 speed, just like the Orc Splitter, 3 melee and 3 speed. The Retaliate is so clutch with the Enrage, but again, I'm really worried about that 4 hit points. If my opponent goes Magic, he's dead in 2 shots. Whereas Mustang's got Void and the speed and the hit points, he's going to go into a 5 and 6, right? He's going to go 5 melee and 6 speed with Void, and after he takes any damage at all. So I like that play. And then the Beatrix Iron Hand is quite good because it's got the close range, so if it does make it to the first position, we're still okay. I don't like any of these other cards, honestly. You know what we're going to try? We're going to try the Stone Splitter first, and if he just gets deleted, he gets deleted. Yeah, that's what we'll try right there. It might not be ideal, but if he was to hit me with some sort of magic damage right off the bat. See, the Efreet Elder has got a 3 speed. I have a 3 speed. I believe because I'm on top, the tie goes to me. I believe. If you guys know better than me on this, leave it in the comments below. And it's important because if I go first, I'm going to hit the Cerberus for... If I go first, I'm going to hit the Cerberus for 3. He'll go in beast mode. He'll hit me. Maybe I'll retaliate and hit him. But by that point, I'm going to be like a one-shot. And the Efreet... The Naga Wizard might finish me off. So we'll see. I think I'm going to win, though. He doesn't... I'm not worried about these sneak attackers with the 1-hits. I mean, of course they can cause damage, but I'm not too concerned. Retaliate there would have been huge. Okay, there it is. Mustang in beast mode. See, with the 6 speed, you're just... At this level, once you go into 5 or 6 speed, you're just a beast. Good luck beating a tank with 5 or 6 speed at silver or bronze. That's why the what's it called? The water splinter monster, Serpent of Eld. That's why Serpent of Eld is quite powerful. And as I pointed out before, it's not excellent because it has too few hit points. But with this speed and with dodge, it can be so tricky. Okay, so we'll pop over here to the market because I want to talk about these cards. Yeah, Jay Gomes, good for you, buddy. Where is it? Okay, reward cards. So, I mean, have we turned a corner? Like, look, first of all, look at the valuations. My deck is worth $90,000. It was worth $75,000 a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know exactly. I don't care about its value, so I didn't write it down or anything, but I definitely saw that it reached $77,000 ish. Now here we are at 90,000 US dollars from my deck. What's happened? Did I buy a bunch of cards? No, just prices are going up. And why are they going up? Is it maybe in large part due to the whole bronze level farming nerf that was implemented at the beginning of the season? Is that really cutting at the cheap labor that was going into finding some of these, new reward cards, especially these new reward cards, which are currently in circulation? All of them were being printed at significant quantities and being listed by the earner, in many cases, which was those bot farms, I guess, because I've seen it in here recently. Let's look. Like, look at when one name takes up a whole page, 2 pages, almost 3 pages from Novoslav. And that's not even that bad, because look at Achung's. He's got 14 BCX per card. Achung's 14 times, well, it's not that bad, I guess. 14, it's probably 150 copies. I don't know what to make of this. Like, I don't get this type of liquidity from playing 3 accounts. So the implication to me is that these are bots. Now, if I'm wrong, as I've said before, I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just saying, to me, it's striking when one account has 3 pages worth of Venari Heatsmith for sale. But still, what has happened since those nerfs? The price has gone from Venari Heatsmith has gone from 7 cents to 12 cents. That's a gigantic leap forward. And if we go over to Splinter Cards, nope, not Splinter Cards. Google, first Google, then you go Splinter Stats. You got to do it in Google. Splinterstats.com is the wrong site, but Splinter Stats in Google will give you the top search result will be kiokiz.github.io, and that is the website that gives you the data on the reward cards. You can visit page. And we're going to see that we're roughly between 6.5% to 7.5% print rates on all of the monsters. We're nowhere near complete on the print rates of these new modern 21 reward cards. Why are they pumping significantly? Because that's a significant pump. Is it because crypto's pumping? Because of course Bitcoin has moved from 40 to 55 or something. Where were we the other day? A month ago we were at 46. 10 days ago Bitcoin was at $42,000. Today it's 54. Is that all it takes? That extra value and that appreciation, and suddenly Splinterlands assets pump? Maybe. I don't know. But I have to say also that there's, I think, an increasing amount of people recognizing that these cards are actually meaningful and valuable. And not just that they will appreciate with time, but that they actually offer utility now to your deck. I think that's the cornerstone of the conversation for why these prices are popping. And I guess the next question is, are they going to continue? I think ultimately the answer is yes, but do we mean over the next week or the next month or the next year or the next 2 years? Those are different time scales. And if you need an answer from a short-term perspective, I just would say this isn't the channel for you. But if you've got the right mindset, which is a long-term mindset, and you're going to be willing to earn these through time and attention, I feel confident in saying that you're going to be super glad that you put your time and attention into this thing. Cards like Pellicor Mercenary, there's no way they're going to be 17 cents in a year. Like, just period, full stop, no way. I guess the only possible asterisk to that would be if this game suddenly collapsed because of SEC crashing down on them, or because the developers did some sort of they just quit developing it, or the servers were shut down. Obviously the assets are not going to trade for higher values then. But if we keep on this path that we've seen being hammered out and clearly illustrated by the developers in advance, like through weekly Q&As and FAQs, we can see what their heart is, we can see what their plan is, and those designs are exciting. So You know, if everything stays on the current trajectory, I'm saying Pelican Mercenary is such a cheap card at 17 cents. And that's why I'm going to buy a few. Can I afford that one? No. I can. DEC is so... Let's talk DEC too. We'll get another battle and then we'll talk DEC. Okay. DEC is just like... It's never going to stop. It's like... The algorithmic inflation isn't shaking DEC in the least. But it was, remember, it was coming down. It went up to like well, let me do the team first and then we'll talk about that. Okay. So we were saying DEC has gone crazy. Let's go have a peek at it. I mean, speaking of crazy, Shiba Inu was at like 0.000013, and I thought that was high. Now it's at 27. It was at 30 something. Yeah, 38 the other day. But DEC is over a penny. It's almost 1.1 pennies per 1.1 pennies per DEC. So 100 DEC is worth like $1.09 roughly US, and it's supposed to be 1,000 to 1. Sorry, 1,000 to 1 US dollar. So clearly we're broken free, but remember we were up here around 0.008, and that was September 5th, and not a week later on September 12th we were at 0.0056. That's a 30% drop in a week. When we say we're up here at 1.1 cents, you know, and this trajectory, if you don't think that can just suddenly dip quite hard, I think you're fooling yourself. Now, am I telling you to sell your DC? No, I've never said that holding DEC is exclusively bad. It's just in my position, in my view, with the inflation considered, with the use case understood, and when I compare it to other assets in Splinterlands like SPS, like cards, I wouldn't own any DC. I don't like that volatility. When you look at the risk profile, I look at its possible upside versus possible downside. And with DEC, what's the possible upside? Yeah, I could keep going because of what? The SPS airdrop, and people want those points. But that's a finite encouragement or a finite tailwind. But the headwinds that are facing this thing are that inflation rate, unless they change the code, and they could ultimately do that, but they haven't yet. And so, you know, just the risk profile there, to me, it's like it's clearly overvalued because the algorithm says it should be much, much lower. I think it's at all-time highs. I don't like buying anything at all-time highs. SPS, on the other hand, is below its all-time high, is super useful, is a governance token, allows staking rewards, eventually it's going to allow rewards for a rank battle paid in SPS. Not to mention it's going to be accepted for the Chaos Legion booster pack sale, pre-sale. And so to me, all of that has way more upside and way less downside risk. That's my view. I understand a lot of you guys love those DEC rewards that you're getting, the airdrop points, and that's really your concern. And I see it in the comments. You guys are like, you don't get it. We get a ton of airdrop points, and we want those airdrop points, and like that. And it's like, I do get it, but in terms of me looking at the whole picture, I wouldn't, for my money, be willing to risk the downside potential from all of those things I just mentioned by holding DEC for a long time. I'd way rather say, you know what, maybe you're going to get some awesome gains. Maybe it's going to double in price from here. Maybe it's going to quadruple in price. But I think SPS could 10x in price. SPS. And so it's just a risk reward analysis, and then I compare it. I'm not just looking at DEC, but I'm looking at SPS and I'm looking at cards, because like we just pointed out, these reward cards have doubled in the last 2 weeks or something. And where could they go? I've already told you many times before, I think probably most of them are going to be $1 for even the common rewards, especially the rares. And so I just see other opportunities that I would feel more confident in. And for me, it's not just about hitting a home run every time. I'm willing to hit doubles and singles, and then I'm going to be happy that I have a degree of safety and security in my play and in my strategy. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not saying DEC is a bad thing to hold. I get it. You guys are crushing it with the, like, look at these. The total stake now is 125 million on SPS. That is crazy. I thought we were going to get to 140, 125 kind of rate when Chaos Legion was launching. We're nowhere near it. And it's so much higher than it used to be. It was at 93 when I first started understanding kind of the airdrop mechanics, not the voucher airdrop mechanics. And now we've gone 30% higher from that point. So yeah, the DEC Dark Energy Crystal airdrop points are amazing. And if you think it's worth it for that, if you're willing to take that risk associated with holding the potential for downside depreciation on your DEC for these airdrop points, maybe you're going to win big. Maybe that's going to be a home run for you. It's just not my play. Okay, let's do one more game and then we will call it there. Try to get this. Here it is. I'm accruing a little SPS bag over here on DE Cunningham too. I love it. Cool. Okay, this will be the last game. We'll do one more check-in on the leaderboard and then we'll call it. 100,000 opponent, Babu bot. 1,500. Okay. Can't pick black, you can't pick blue. If he's really a bot, he might just quit. No archery. So I'm gonna if there's no archery, then I'm gonna bet that he's gonna pick a magic dealer. In which case Unicorn Mustang might be helpful. And then we'll get the Jin Bilka out there. We'll get him. Yeah. These prices. And the gold ones too. I wanted to touch on that quickly, just for 15 seconds. These are the other day: Gargoyle Lion, Veneria Heatsmith, Pellicle Conjurer, Deceiver. These guys were $2 or under per gold reward card. Now they're $4, $3.50, $4. I'm telling you, these trend upward, and you know they might dip today. I'm not saying that this thing is now a permanent floor. That $4 is now a permanent floor, but I am telling you that I've seen over 3 years that gold cards don't go for the cheapest. Gold cards are always something I'm interested in, and it's proven valuable over the last 3 years. And I think that that's a method that makes sense as an investment moving forward. And one last little tidbit: alpha cards. There's still some cheap alpha cards out there. $2 per alpha card, 220, 230. Somebody threw me a Goblin Shaman the other day. This is a great card. 3 mana cost, alpha, so it's going to give you win bonuses, and it's got the weaken, and it's got a good number of hit points considering its mana cost. So it ends up being like a secondary tank in like a low mana match, or I'm specifically thinking when you're playing at bronze or silver, because something like 4 hit points in the second position is actually really helpful. And then weaken can turn a picture Goblin Shaman in conjunction with the Serpentine Spy, or whatever it's called, the one that the opportunity attacker for fire. Why would that be good? Well, the weaken that provided by the shaman is going to lower the damage or the hit points of your enemies, of like everyone on their team, and then the Serpentine Spy here is going to pop somebody. They're going to do 2 or 3 damage, maybe 4, depending on your level. And that weaken is going to make sure that that's a kill, a confirmed kill. So I find that two, for those 2 cards are really great together, and I love that card. Some alpha cards, you guys should get in there and check it out. Watch this one, and we'll call it. Yeah, we're fine. That's a strange play. I feel like that's a really strange play. Especially since archery was not available in this game. It was like a 50-50 chance that my opponent would throw magic at me. So putting the Unicorn Mustang meant that I was going to be protected from a 1-attack magic monster. To me, I would have, no matter what on that mode, I would have made sure I fielded, you know, a good amount of melee damage. It might have been, it sometimes is going to lose, but I'm saying that would have always been my play. And I just kind of would never think to do the 1 magic damage. Okay, good game. 36. Yeah, let's check in on the league and then we'll turn her off. Nothing's changed, I don't think. I think Jay Gomes got 1 more win. And Icy got 1 more win, I think. I think Aros was at 13. Oh, King is trying to sneak up. Come on, buddy, get in there. Count me still hanging around. I love it. Love it, dude. Tough stuff. Fallen, but again, remember, he's only fallen because he hasn't submitted his 2nd round battles yet. Kolsker, same thing. The MMA took a sword into this thing right at the end of round 1. Good for you, bud. Riddler still haven't picked yet. McCoy, iBlank still fighting. Good for you. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it there, and of course we'll tune in later tonight. Or you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning? I'll do an update before the end of the 2nd round. I've been giving out a ton of tournament content. I want to make sure I'm offering other stuff for people who aren't interested in the tournament stuff also. So this will be just a little bit of updates between here and the end of the 2nd round. Thanks for all of your time and attention. It really helps and it means a world to me. So appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day. God bless.